Well, I thought we would continue on our little journey through the Karmamudra. I guess, I don't know. I think we're going to go on to the Mahamudra, I think, at some point. Although I have never taught on the Mahamudra, I don't know exactly. But it kind of feels like maybe time, plus they work together so much, I think. I don't understand it all. I got to study some more, but as Naropa says, without Karmamudra, there's no Mahamudra. But mainly what I thought I might talk about this little stint is bliss and emptiness, and also the possibility of a little hint of aggression or more than a hint of aggression. I've never heard anybody. I need to read this. I need to study this, talk about some of this stuff maybe, or at least from here forward after this. But I haven't read this. I haven't studied this. I'm not sure I'll get any further. But anyway, maybe I'll figure out something to tie it all together, especially with the Mahamudra part. I never have really. But I never heard anybody else teach on this besides this Guenther in this book exactly this way. I don't know. To me, it's been very profound for me. I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong. But I don't know. It's been very powerful for me. I don't know if it's as primary as I think it is. It's subtle and hard to understand. I think it's kind of the crux of the whole thing, though. What he calls the feeling tone. Guenther says this whole project of spirituality is really just helping enable us to be able to know the feeling tone. Right now we're engulfed in ignorance, and the end result of the ignorance is that we don't know the feeling tone. And a lot of people, I think, in spirituality make the erroneous leap and think that it's about how to change the feeling tone. That's not what Guenther says. It is not how to change the feeling tone toward bliss and emptiness necessarily. I mean, that's not against what's going on here either, but really what it's all about is to just know the feeling tone. It's like what we're always trying to teach ourselves in Alexander. It's not about getting to the end. It's about, the view where you are standing at the beginning. And once you achieve that, it's just like, and you're not in any hurry. You're not trying to get somewhere necessarily, but you're willing and eager to take it, or whatever. You're ready to take a journey. So what Guenther says is, your task is to know the feeling tone. What does that mean? Dreams are really illustrative. I'm going to get this wrong, but I don't know. In some sense, we're little Buddhas, or we're big Buddhas, or we're middle Buddhas. And in our pure manifestation, we are in this sphere, and our true potential is the one of bliss, and emptiness. The union of appearance and emptiness suffused with knowing. Appearance and bliss but appearance can be suffering. Appearance can be aggression. Appearance is not necessarily all bliss. So appearance is a lot safer word than bliss, Bliss is a tricky word because we're going to grasp after bliss. We're going to think it's about getting bliss, That's not what Guenther's saying here. What he's saying here is the goal. This was a ridiculous thing to say. The goal, the path, and the view or beginning point is to know the feeling tone. In Shambhala, we always just talk about conquering aggression. We rise above aggression. We resolve the aggression. We rise above it. Gentleness and fearlessness. And so another way of what Guenther is saying is he's saying, really our task is to know the level of aggression. There may be a lot of aggression. There may be the teeniest, tiny little bit of aggression. But our task is to know the feeling tone. And what affects the feeling tone are our emotions. But let's just try to simplify a little bit. It's kind of aggression or non-aggression. Let's just do that for a second. Or maybe bliss. But I don't know. Save the bliss for now. Basically, our task is to appreciate how much aggression, and if it's free of aggression, there's going to be a lot of bliss, or non-aggression, or peace, or wisdom, insight. But our job is not like to grab all the insight and stuff all the peace in here and throw in a dollop of wisdom. It's not really that. Our task is to all we got to do is know the level of aggression. We just need to introduce this knowing quality. Right now we got an ignorance quality. There's a certain level of aggression, and then we're ignorant of it. That's our situation. There's a certain level of aggression here, and then we're ignorant of it. That's us. Guenther says, your job is to become aware of the feeling tone. Essentially, the feeling tone is the union of bliss and emptiness suffused with knowing, or the union of appearance and emptiness suffused with knowing. Essentially, we just know what we're doing. We know what's going on. We know what we got cooking. We know what we got on the stove here. We know what we've been brewing up with our thoughts and emotions. And that's all that you have to do is just to know that, then there's nothing to be done. There's just, there's a conquering of aggression to be done. There's a conquering of aggression to be done. There's a drala to be done. There's a above aggression to be done. But it's all done just as that the feeling tone, And it's your thoughts and your emotions and your primitive beliefs about reality that create that feeling tone, and you just sort of tune into above aggression, above fearful states, primitive states, or beyond, or but really it's just a, maybe a deeper sensitivity to the feeling tone and the possibilities of non-aggression and bliss and emptiness in union with a knowing quality there. So we're all grasping after something else, and it's staring us right in the face. But we don't want to face our aggression. We don't want to face the the pain. We don't want to. We don't want to be that sensitive. We don't want to be that present. We don't want to be in the middle of that, and own up to our part in creating it. And we don't want to simplify it that much. We want to make another project or something, anything, but the dreaded feeling tone. Anything but feel what we feel. Trunk River says you got to look at your life. Anything but look at our life. Anything but look at our life. Anything but just sit there and look at our life. We just hurry to miss our life, we just skip everything to miss our life because we don't want to be that sensitive. We don't really want to, it's nauseating to cop to the fact that, that's us. It's uncomfortable. It's just something we've been avoiding forever, and we're going to do our best to keep avoiding it. But there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do but just become acquainted with the feeling tone, which might be, nausea in a way. This gazing, man, oh my God, this gazing just plasters you into this kind of thing, away from your usual preoccupations. He talks about dreams. He says if you're trying to learn about this feeling tone, dreams can be highly illustrative. Can really show you when you're in dream. He said, here's what he said. Here's what Milarepa says about dreams. A lot of things that happen in dreams are just like discursive thought. It's just a kind of discursive thought. There is a period before you wake up. I don't know. It's probably 45 minutes, 5 minutes, some period in there before you wake up where you have dreams that can be very useful to you. Maybe will seem true to you. Maybe you feel you can trust those dreams. A lot of it is not like that. It's not. People spend a lot of time, trying to analyze their dreams. Well, a lot of it is. But here's what you do want to do. You want to pay attention to those kind of dreams, not that that's the be all end all of all this, but it's good information. It's good to, it's just like a thought and you let go of it, it's not like something to make your week on, but you get the message and it's a good message. But you go on, but what's important about dreams? The important thing about dreams is to look at the feeling tone. It's a little harder for you in your waking life to do this. But in your dream, there is shit all but feeling tone everywhere. Nothing else, really. It's just so apparent if you look at it. Emptiness is, if you look at it, emptiness is plastered all over the place in your dreams, if you look at it. It's the feeling tone. It's one of emptiness and, whatever else is there. I guess in this case, the main point is the emptiness. If you're having a blissful dream, great. If you're running from lions and tigers, the point is the emptiness. The point, whatever it is in the dream, the emptiness is just dripping off the walls and available to you and accessible to you. So what you do is you pay attention to the feeling tone in your dreams, especially the feeling of emptiness pervading. And then when you wake up, you try to remember that feeling tone, that awareness of the feeling tone, and you try to bring that into this world. There was just like emptiness everywhere, and I really paid attention to it. I really tuned into it. And now I'm just going to plaster the walls of this reality with that same feeling. I'm going to tune myself. I'm going to tune myself to that feeling of emptiness, the feeling tone that was going on. I'm going to apply that here.